Hello. As anybody who might have seen the link to this video might know, I have decided to try doing like a vocal kind of recording, sort of like a podcast kind of deal, just to give it a try. This isn't going to be a regular thing, so if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, my apologies. I am here with my dog. Very professional. She's really cute. And I've been given a couple of topics to talk about. So that's just what this is, me talking about a couple things. First thing is how school is. So anyone might know that I am doing a bachelor in like environmental science kind of stuff. So yeah, my classes this term have been, for the most part, kind of boring. I'm taking a couple of electives. One of them's an English class, which is kind of cool because it's English class, and when you're in science for so long and you're an artist, you kind of miss having that kind of fluffy stuff. So we write essays and we talk about things and use critical lenses, and it's very refreshing after all the other stuff. The other course I'm taking is psychology, which is really nice because it's a first year class, so all of the tests are multiple choice and I only have to study a bit. It's just over really fast. There's like no real work involved for that, for me anyway. I don't know how the first years are taking it. The grade distribution's kind of bell curved, I guess. My core classes this term, one of them is a management practicum, and I have been making a complete ass of myself in it. Like, I don't understand any of our problems, so my group has just been pulling the weight for me, but since they've been doing that, I never get a good understanding of the problem. It's really fucked up, so that kind of sucks. I'm doing my best, but my standard is just, slightly above death. So they're having a hard time, we're having a hard time, but okay. My other classes are, well, both of them have to do with hydrology. That was my dog. She shook. Yeah, hydrology, that's actually what my major focuses on, and they're the most major problems. Okay, so every class that has to do with my degree program has been taught in such a way that it is almost impossible to follow, which really sucks because I have an attention disorder, so they always talk and they don't have like notes written on their lecture slides, which is kind of the issue because I don't learn like that. I can't just listen. I have to have it in writing. So fuck taking notes because that's not in writing. I read my notes and it says things like, "Congratulations, you've made yogurt." I don't know what that means. Like kind of like bullshit like that taken out of context. It's funny. I like reading my weird notes, but my writing is so messy that you can't even figure out what it says most of the time. So, and then since I can't pay attention, how am I supposed to write notes? It just doesn't work. That's what this recorder I'm using was for, actually, was to record it. But again, can't listen. What am I doing with audio format? Another reason why this whole ordeal is stupid. Like, what am I doing this for? I wouldn't listen to a podcast. I don't. I tried to before, but it didn't work for me. It's not a medium I can do. So for some reason I took that as a, hey, let's try making it something I can do myself. I don't think I'm really that good. Usually the good podcasts are like pre-written or have like some people talking to each other. Like, I'm way funnier when somebody else is talking to me. I'm just sitting here with my dog in the bathroom. She isn't giving me very much good content. She's just kind of like lying on the floor. So, did I just say I was in the bathroom? because I'm not on the toilet. I'm not like taking a shit or anything. That'd be super weird. I'm just kind of like sitting on the floor. I kind of like the hydrology stuff as like a topic, but the way it's taught doesn't include me very well. So, but I've been really liking this stuff lately about hydraulic jumps and shit like that. Like, I like the stream physics, but I'm really bad at physics, so I just like hearing about them instead of understanding the equations that really work them. My teacher kind of said something the other day. He's like, we have enough engineers or something like that, but like, I didn't even realize we were supposed to be engineers until now. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna be an Sasha. Gonna be an engineer? What? An engineer? Like, that's the one thing I said I wasn't going to be in high school. Like, I was like, I'm not taking physics. I'm not gonna be an engineer. And everyone's like, okay. And here I am on the road to being some sort of fucking engineer. Of course, I also only dropped out of one class in high school, and that was environmental science, so that's kind of messed up that I'm in environmental science in university. So I guess that's just kind of it's like a theme, coherent character kind of deal. Everything I say is not going to happen is exactly the thing that happens. Or the exact thing that I say is going to happen and everyone tells me it's not going to happen is what happens, because that happens a lot. The other topic I've been asked to talk about is my cat role plays. I have a bunch of groups based off of Warriors, the Warriors series. I guess if you are liking my channel, then perhaps you have heard of it. I don't think I have any Warriors videos on this channel, do I? I have one. I have the one where I took the audio from The Young and the Restless and I made my cat characters. Yeah, that's a good one. I really like running these groups. I have a few problems, but there's like a lot to love in running groups. I don't think anybody can just run a group. Like, it's not as easy as people think it is. Apparently, I kind of took over my first one without actually role-playing that much. It was going to be shut down. I was like, no, I went through all the effort of making a character for this. Just give it to me. So that was like 5 years ago or more now. And so ever since, I've been running that group. And I've acquired more. Only one of these groups were actually my original idea. I got a whole bunch of them from other people. Kind of like some sort of grandma that's kind of got their kid, like their teenager's child to take care of. Yeah, I'm grandma. I'm like the group grandma. There are a bunch of groups that use a lot of the same templates that I made, and I think that's pretty cool, especially when it's not that well done. It's like having those cheap knockoffs, but it's of me, so I feel really important. Like I'm like Pokemon or SpongeBob or something, and like these poor companies are trying to like dodge copyright but still manage to trick somebody's aunt or something into buying it for their kids, and they're like, here, I got you this is the show you like, right? And it's like, yeah, thanks, I really do like Spider-Man in a package with green Pikachu. That's totally legit. Yeah, wow, I just digressed a lot, but anyway, I also really like it when the role plays go really late at night, and then we're all really tired, so we write all this really weird stuff, and in the morning, there's like that realization, like, oh my gosh, who's dead, I have to make a new character, oh my god, it's so much fun. I really love it when members of my group go behind my back and plot secrets without me. That sounded like sarcastic, but it really wasn't. I really love it when they do that. I love it when I catch people doing things without me. I mean, like, sure, sometimes if it happens too many times, I feel kind of weirdly left out, but you know, it's really cool knowing that everyone's liking this world I've been designing and maintaining, and they want to use it, and they place their narratives in my little world that I made for them. What I really don't like is when I don't like the narratives and it's like, I don't run this group so you can write this shit. And then you get the people who get into fights and people disagree over things and you don't really know where to draw the line, like who am I kicking out, who should get a second chance, and a lot of them are just kids. So I want to like be a little forgiving. I always end up trying to help them, like here's where your logic is flawed, but people don't really take well to that for some reason. I don't get it. Especially since, like, I'm really good at that, finding contradictions. You wouldn't believe some of the things people have told me in my line of work. Once somebody came to me saying that he wanted to apologize, but by the end of the conversation, he wanted me to apologize to him because a couple of years ago, I had kicked him out of the group for being too offensive and generally disliked by everybody in the group. And he wanted an apology for that. Like, honestly, I was just saving him time. He was wasting his time with us because nobody liked him and he was a little asshole. I have over 80 characters over all these groups after all these years. I am approaching 90, and it's really hard to maintain because I like to have all of my characters up to date, which is, it takes like a whole day to like get through one group's like batch of characters. And of course, people don't even like check up on these reference sheets, so they could totally miss what I said about their characters. I used to want to be an animator. That's what my YouTube was for. And then I found that I liked focusing on the details of one frame more than I liked making a whole bunch of frames of the same thing that's just really similar. So that's why my YouTube channel isn't too flourishing. It's because that's not really what I do. But I do go back to animating every once in a while. It's fun to watch the final product. I don't really like working on them though, but it's fun. Do like chopping up some audio, but when I mix up songs that could like go against copyright infringement, so I always need my own audio. And as you can hear, this is all I am capable of doing right now. Maybe I should start making music. Oh man, that's like the last medium. Like, I have tried so many art mediums. Like, I've done painting, I've done cross-stitching, I've done latch hooking, knitting, different kinds of painting. I mean, not just acrylic, I've also tried watercolor, and I'm not very good at it, so I don't do it very much. I've done pastels. I used to use chalk, which is awful, and I will never do it again. Done like sculpting, carving, really shittily, of course, but you know, I write, I draw, I do digital art, use pencils, pens. Like, I've done so much stuff, and the world of audio is kind of unfamiliar to me. I used to take music lessons, but those didn't go too well. You see, when I was 7, I took piano, and my goal was to play the piano songs as fast as I could. So I would play the songs in basically a nightcore version because I figured that that was the best way to be, because they weren't good songs anyway. I think if they teach you, like start teaching you piano with something you're a little more interested in, or that goes for all instruments. What I really didn't like about learning how to play music was that it wasn't fun. I didn't like it. I didn't like the songs that were coming out of the instruments. Even though I did like playing the instrument itself in a way, I didn't like the product. It wasn't about music. Education isn't about creating music. It's about replicating music, and that's kind of what drove me away from it as a kid. So maybe I'll find some sort of like shitty free online programs and see what kind of horrors I can release upon your ears. I'll come up with the band name and I'll make album art. It's going to be really shitty. And I just love garbage. I have been writing a romance novel just so I could expand into garbage territory. It's going to be so great, but it's not anywhere near completion. I've been working on other things that I've been working on longer, so it's just kind of a side project, but it's going to be really shitty and I'm really excited, and I'm just going to keep making garbage. Thank you for listening. I hope you like garbage, because you just listened to like almost 20 minutes of garbage. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for sitting through all that. Thank you again. I'm gonna shut up now. Bye.